This content is for informational purposes only. You should not construe any such information or other material as legal, tax, investment, financial, or other advice. It's very important that you do your own analysis before making any investment decisions. Now, what would you say it's the learning curve? Let's say instead of me asking you, hey, John, I want to invest with you, I ask you, hey, John, I want to do what you're doing. Could you mentor me through starting my own real estate investment company? What would your, if you were building, just like you have that checklist, that it's great to have like screen properties, what would your checklist or your plan, your mentoring plan would be if I asked you that question? Okay, first, I don't know, you need to use this checklist and learn how to screen properties. Then you need like a great property manager, or these are the skills you're going to need. Like, what would that plan look like if I asked you that question and you were going to mentor me as another real estate investor?
So are you talking about passive or active?
Active. Let's say like,
Active.
hey, I want to do exactly what you're doing. I want to start my own fund syndication. I'm excited. That's exactly what I want to do. I know we would be kind of like, let's say we would be competitors, but let's say you're like, yeah, I'm in because I believe in abundance. I believe in what you're doing. I actually want to help you do the same thing. What would that development, like, what would you recommend me? I know this is a huge question, but let's say you're gonna give me a plan of like, hey, read these books, do this, and know, and these are the skills that you're going to need because you're going to face these challenges. Like, what?
Okay. The best accelerator of education that I found is getting a coach. So that is the first step. And that's what we did. We got a coach. We got a coach and we joined a community. Right. So we joined a coaching program in Dallas, and we were surrounded by people that have been doing this, are successful, and are generous in sharing their time and knowledge. And why do I say start with this step? This because a lot of it is gonna come from your mind. It's all a mental thing because you're like what happened with us this year. We transformed from one to another with the help of a community, with the help of your coach, the guidance of your coach. You can create a completely different mindset and go after this goal. So that is your base foundation, right? The second is take courses after you get your coaching, do the modules, and actually invest in some passive deals. And that is one of the best ways to learn the hands-on experience of the asset, because after you invest passively, you get monthly newsletters and say, hey, you know what, this is our financials. You see what's going on in the property,
Many tenants,
and you can tell a lot. And that's one of the best ways to do it. So
it would be kind of like shadowing, right? Because you're seeing everything that's going on, but you don't necessarily making the decisions.
Absolutely. So invest in a few of those, invest in different markets. Honestly, we're all in Houston because Houston is a great market for population growth, job growth, and we have the Houston Astros. How can you not invest in Houston, right? So we have 5 properties in Houston, but try it with different markets, submarkets. So try to invest in different states, different submarkets, and then attend a lot of networking events to get your name out there, right? So that's number 4. In every event or any networking event that you can, show up. I don't know if you know this, but I am internally, I'm a huge introvert. I'm a huge introvert, and now I'm here in the multifamily syndication. So believe it or not, we took a test with 50 people, my entire team, of introvert, extrovert, and I was on the very leftmost part of the introvert scale. I was that number 1 person, the most introvert out of the 50. And now I'm doing this. But at a certain point, I had to break out of my own shell. And sometimes I dread going to networking events, but I pull myself out there. And when I'm there, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I went because I met this person. Right. So get coaching, community, modules, networking. And the last thing is start building those relationships, because you're going to start capital raising. If this is what you really want to do, you're going to start raising capital from people. And it's better to be prepared and not have the opportunity than have the opportunity and not be prepared. So start, you're telling your friends and families, hey, I'm in this business, so on and so forth. I don't have a deal now, but when the time comes, I'd like to talk to you more about it. So but everything starts with the mind, and everything starts with the coaching and the community. So